polygons. In this lesson, we're going to begin the process of attaching the fingers together. Alright, so we need to make sure that we're taking care of the geometry that are in between the fingers, and we're going to be creating these loops that go from the inside part of the finger to the next, okay, on this, and they should match up really well. Now I'm going to be using the Polydraw Extend tool to help me reshape these areas around the knuckles, because the models are actually overlapping one another, and that can create some issues. So to do this, let's go to Polydraw. Make sure that your offset is set to 0.01, so that way whenever we use Shift Control Alt with the Extend or Polydraw Extend tool, it's getting pretty close to the surface of the model. You may have to hit F3 to go to wireframe view to kind of pull these points down, but I'm going to go ahead and pull them down, okay, just over the finger, just like this, and I'm trying to get all of these points separated from one another. Now at this point, this can get a little frustrating because we're working in such a small area, so I just ask that you stick with me and bear with me as we try to move into some of these harder to reach areas. Using wireframe mode is going to be very helpful, so you want to grab the point that you're looking for and then go back to the regular view there and just kind of position that. So I'll just be doing that all the way across our fingers here. Okay. Here we go. And just pulling all of those down. And again, this is just the process of just trying to get that geometry ready to receive the fingers. Okay, so that way we can attach all of those. So you can see here we're getting plenty of space in between now. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab all of these. Pulling those down, and then one last one right up in here, and there we go. So now we've got plenty of space in between these fingers. Maybe pull this one down just a little bit further. So kind of what I'm looking at is I'm just trying to get that top edge of each one of these down below the webbing of the fingers. Now what we'll do is I'll hold down Shift, and I'll create just a couple of loops, so that way it can fit right between the fingers, and it's kind of like creating the webbing here. And then I'm going to hold down Control Alt and then bridge right to there. So now I've got plenty of these polygons here that can actually stretch, and as the fingers move apart, there's polygons there to allow for that. And then we'll do the same thing. I'm going to hold down Shift. I'm going to drag this across here. I have to zoom in underneath here. And again, this is one of those areas that can be kind of tricky. So just stick with me. Actually, you know what? Let's hold Control. Let's remove that edge there. Let's hold Control Alt, go from here to there. And then we'll go Control Alt, we'll go from here to there. And then Shift, we'll drag that up, across, and then we'll move these points, and then bridge down, and then there we go, just like that. Okay, looking good so far. Just need to spread some of these out a little bit. And there we go. And that's basically going to be the shape that we use all the way underneath. Now, a couple of these points right in here seem to be getting off just a little bit, so I'm just kind of pulling those around and trying to help shape that a little bit better. Alright, so looking good. You know, we're just trying to make sure that we take care of the loops that are going to be deforming. So we want nice animations in here. So I'm going to go ahead and start creating those loops a little bit better. And I apologize if I get into any weird